Hello, everyone.
Congratulations. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. It's my first win at the UFC and not the last one.
Is this how you pictured your first win going, or did you have something different in mind?
Yeah, no, this is not the way I wanted. I wanted the finish. I wanted the knockout. He was more durable than I thought. And so, yeah, but we got the win, and that's the most important. But, yeah, I wanted a finish because I'm a finisher, you know. I'm like, let's go back in the cage again, you know. I want to do it right.
What was your game plan going in there?
Well, you know, obviously they changed my opponent, so the whole game plan changed, and now we have like Timothy, who's smaller, but what we knew that he was gonna run a bit, that he couldn't handle my power, but he did, you know, and I was a bit surprised that he could take those shots. He's a bit fast, but I could counter him, avoid, and you know, this is my weight class, not his, and so yeah.
Other than the fact that it, went to decision, were you happy with your performance overall?
Yeah, I'm happy, but I know I could do better. You know, that's it's not the best version of myself, but I am happy. It's my first UFC win, but for sure I can make better. Like you've not seen my best, the best Zulu in there, but for sure you're gonna see with time.
Were you confident when it was going to the judges that you were going to win that fight?
I was. For me, it was obvious that I won the fight. Yeah, he didn't do nothing except for the takedown in the second round with the elbows, maybe, you know. So maybe he had this. Maybe he had the second round, but for me, I had the first and the third for sure. So I was like, how is it a split decision? It has to be an anonymous decision. So I was for sure that I was winning the fight.
How soon do you want to get back in there, and do you have an opponent you'd like to fight next?
The soon as possible. I want to be active, and I don't know where Hatzovic is. You know, I think he's hiding or something. I don't know, but let's do it. Let's bring it back. You know, let's do it again. You know, because I prepared myself for him, and I think it's a problem of his visa. I don't know what, but we can still run it again. But if I don't, doesn't matter. You know, I see the whole division like meat, and just give me some food to eat, and I will eat. You know, I'm not picking.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bolaji over here. Obviously, you just mentioned Hadzovic. You were preparing to fight Hadzovic originally.
Yeah.
So, what was your reaction when you saw that he had to withdraw from the fight and they gave you Timothy Kwamba instead?
Man, it was in the morning, and I was, you know, just waking up, and I had a text message from my managers like Hatzovic is out, and I was like, what the fuck? You know, I flew from Belgium. It's super far from here. We train, and I was like, no way, you can't do this to me. But they proposed me Timothy, so I had to, so respect for Timothy to stepping in and taking the fight on short notice. So yeah, for me it was like okay, let's do it. It changed because we have a different opponent, different style, totally different. But we still have a fight, and I'm a fighter. So let's go.
You mentioned Belgium there. For you, how does it feel to be able to represent Belgium in your UFC debut and ultimately pick up the win?
Yeah, it's huge, man. You know, I have the full support from Belgium, and that's where I was born and raised. And we have so many fighters also, and so for me, it's like I'm also like motivating the others, you know, to do greatness and to step in the cage and do what you got to do. And if I can, you can. So let's go.
Awesome. And I've noticed that when you're out here in Vegas, you put a lot of work in at Extreme Couture. So how is that like for you?
Yeah, wonderful. Even my last fight at the Dana White Contender Series, that's where the gym I go, and I love the gym, the good coach, and the fighters also out there. We have so many fighters, and so training with them, it's super helpful, and it's an honor.
You happen to run into Sean Strickland there yet?
Yes, I did. I did. I've seen him spar. Made some little pictures with him. He's a fun, crazy dude, and I like him.
What has he said to you?
When the last time I spoke with him, it was for my camp at Dana White Contender Series. This time I only saw him, and I was like, hey, and he was sparring. He was. Last time he was like giving me tips for my UFC contract. Like that's a one thing you need to have it, give your all, and no doubt about it, you will have it. And he made a little joke like, "Are you a Nigerian or Chinese?" Because of my eyes, And I would say I'm Nigerian in Zimbabwe, and just a funny guy.
Yeah, sounds like something Sean would say. But last one from me, obviously starting off 2024 strong. Where do you see yourself at the end of this year?
Man, give me the fights. I want to fight the most possible. I want to be active and climb myself to the rankings, and that's all. Just give me some fights, and let's go. I didn't show the best of the best that I can do, and no doubt about it, you're gonna see me.
Awesome, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats on the win. You mentioned
Yes.
that again right now just with Hero about the best. What are I mean, you're adamant about this that you could have done better. What are some of those things we saw?
Yeah, because I know myself. I know I could have finished him. I'm a finisher, so when I don't finish my opponent, I'm like, damn, I got the win, but I didn't finish him. So I'm like, still hungry. I want to finish all the guys. So for me, yeah, it's a win, but it's not. I know that I could have finished him, and that's why I'm like, damn. Props for him. He was running around, so I had to, stalk him, and but yeah.
But that's a good thing too. You could also, as a young fighter that's still evolving, still progressing, still the evolution, you could look at it as a win and say, well, you know what? If I wanted to finish him and that didn't happen, I know I can go 15 minutes.
Yes, but I knew. Even if I go to the 3 rounds, I know I can do the 3 rounds, no problem. Even 5 rounds, I'm ready for the championship match, But yeah, so for me, it's even I know I can go hard for 3 rounds, no doubt about it.
That is excellent. What are the things we haven't seen in these chapters that you're writing for your career as a professional athlete, a UFC fighter, Contender Series, now at the Apex, Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas? How exciting is it, and what have we not gotten to see on the cameras?
Man, yeah, it's an exciting weekend with all those shows, and like I said, it's a good version of myself, but I'm gonna let you guys see in the future what I can do, and if I will just let you guys see what I can do.
We have to make sure to tune in and see.
Yes, exactly. Tune in.
And lastly, for all the people tuning in, we just talked to one of the only Thai fighter. We have a West Africa champion right now. Just the UFC represents all countries. Shout out to Zulu Nation. How awesome it is right now that you're part of this part of the UFC, the 30 years going forward, that you can raise your flag high and let people know, bring in the attention to let everybody see who you are and where you come from.
Yeah, exactly, man. I'm a Zulu, I'm the Zulu warrior, and representing Zimbabwe. Shout out to Temba, who fought last weekend with the first round knockout. That's my boy right there. Nigerians, were there, even in the soccer team, playing for the finals. Adesanya, Usman, all my brothers, Nigerians, and for Africa, it's a beautiful. We're a strong continent, strong countries, and I'm blessed to be a part of it. And like I said, I'm just coming in, and you guys you're gonna see what am I all about, So let's go, man. Zulu gang.
Right on. And just to follow up on that before we go, not if, but when the UFC has an event in Africa, how crazy will that be?
Wow, would be amazing. put me on the card, you know, put me on the UFC Africa card. So if they could put UFC in Africa, would be awesome. It would be a blessing for me to fight over there, and you know, blessing for my ancestors, and so for me it would be awesome.
Excellent. Thank you, sir, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
I'm gonna chime in again real quick. I saw you mentioned there Nigeria. So what's your prediction for tomorrow's AFCON final between Nigeria and Ivory Coast?
Man, let's go Nigeria for sure. You know, I think they're gonna win. I don't know the score, but they're gonna win because we're winners. You know, and that's what we do.
Who's your favorite player on the Nigeria team?
Man, all the players for me, like I don't see just one player. I see like the whole team, you know, they're all champions, all Nigerians, even in the roster, the UFC roster, we're like, you know, together, and I'm really into it, and so I'm really, you know.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Good. Let's go, Zulu gang.